So I want to go ahead and introduce you to Craft Clash. Craft Clash is a beverage competition for some of the creatives in our industry, beverage directors, decision makers, people who love playing and mixing these concoctions, but also understand the operations and the business side of this. So my name is John Pittman, aka Bartender CEO, have over 90,000 followers across platforms. I also am the founder of Speed Rails, which is a bartender speed competition that I've had a chance to expand across Texas with over 40 events. I mean, even outside of that, I'm a media and event specialist who've curated over hundreds of events. I've been in the hospitality industry for 18 years. And one of the things I've always noticed is that there has been just a lack of visibility for the people who are truly being the movers and shakers of this industry, especially to consumers. Like a lot of times within the industry, we understand who's who, but making sure that those people are also known to the consumer base is something that I think we've been missing out on, especially in this age of social media where personal branding is everything. And I think with Craft Clash, it is a competition, but also a media platform that does exactly that. And it not only highlights them, but it also provides an education for the people who are getting a chance to watch and also be an inspiration for them. So with Speed Rails, it was a platform that was built just on bartenders moving fast, and we ended up getting a lot of newer to mid experience level bartenders, people who were just super fascinated with the mechanical execution of it all. There are already craft competitions out there, and those craft competitions typically just have some judges that work for a specific spirit brand. But with Craft Clash, we bring in the audience and we let the audience be the deciders of this. So there are a couple judges that still participate, but they're judges heavily vetted by a platform, people who have went through the ranks of Speed Rails and understand the integrity that we look to hold with these competitions. And we make the audience a little bit more engaged because they are coming to not only see these bartenders put together these beautiful cocktails, but they also want to taste them so that way they can not only learn and see what the vision was, but to have a feeling that their vote matters. And not only are we worried about what these cocktails are tasting like, but there's going to be another couple components within this competition, including the marketing aspect. So we want to see these competitors, how many people can they get to arrive to this event? Because if you're going to be a beverage owner, bar owner, or beverage director, and you don't know how to get customers in your venue, which happens a lot of times, these people end up getting sweat equity in these venues and they don't understand the promotional side of things. So we want to make that a component of the competition. That'll be factored into their final score. And to help our competitors along the way, we provide our media and our marketing consulting. Matter of fact, we go to their venue that they normally are doing their everyday operations at. We create content with them. We'll help them curate a cocktail class. We'll help them do the outreach invites to get people to that cocktail class so that at least they have a local group of people who will show up to this competition. And then the third component of all of this is still speed, because at the end of the day, if you make great drinks and can't get them out, then you're not running a good business. So this Craft Clash competition that we'll be making for these decision makers is going to have the craft component, the marketing component, and then also the speed component, and that'll be our winner. And we want to hop into different areas, not only nationally, but also globally, as a chance to highlight that city's beverage scene, as well as some of the leaders out there. And this is something that can be done over the course of a couple months, where we bring in, 2 competing bars each month, and then end up having like a tournament style with a championship at the end of this entire stretch of run, or we could just do a one-off, especially for the smaller towns. So I think it's going to be a great opportunity to find some undiscovered hidden talent, as well as go to some of these areas and see exactly what expertise we can bring and inject into that local hospitality life. Because as we've had a chance to kind of bounce around, we've picked up some nuggets that we've been able to bring back home. And I've had a chance to go to some of these industry conferences, and I see how some of the industry leaders are going there and taking those things back home. So by us being a beacon, a messenger pigeon of great tactics, I think that could be super beneficial. So if you're a venue owner, you're a brand, if you are an event organizer, and you can kind of see this concept working well with your vision, I'd love to hear from you. Just reach out to me at my email, john@bartender2ceo.com. You can follow this on Instagram at Craft Clash TV, and then we'll be uploading a lot of content from our endeavors on the Speed Rails YouTube channels. But Craft Clash TV on Instagram is where you get the most of the updates, and just email me directly if you want to collaborate.